This is Cheryl with the Cut at Home Design Team. I'm here today to give you a different sort of a video. This is kind of a process video. A lot of times when I do larger projects, people ask me, how did you do that? How did you figure out how to do that? So I want to take you through a few steps on how I'm looking at making a calendar for 2017. The star of the show is going to be the Tim Holtz Stampers Anonymous Mini Crazy Birds and Mini Crazy Cats and Dogs. I want to put a critter or bird one every month, and I have a lot to choose from with these sets, so it's kind of fun. Also, I love that the mini set gives me all these little parts that I can use to decorate for holidays and other special occasions, so I think the calendar will be a lot of fun. So I have a theme of sorts now for the calendar because I know that I'm using the Tim Holtz Crazy Bird, Cat, Dog collections. Then I needed to figure out what I wanted to do with the calendar, how I wanted to present it. This year I decided to go with a clipboard. This is a cute little clipboard made by American Crafts. I think I found it at Hobby Lobby or something. Pretty inexpensive, but it's a nice way to hold a calendar. The other decision always when I'm making a calendar is what calendar to use. So theme, something to put it on. I found these two calendars are sold by Tailored Expressions. This one a little larger, a little smaller. There are tons of them on the net too. You can just go and pick one, download it, and see how you like it. And those are the basic components. From there on, it's kind of design work. So let me show you where I'm at right now design-wise. Of course, with my stamp sets, I'm going to use the dies that go with. So these are from Sizzix. They're frameless dies. They're the thin dies. So they're going to work in virtually any die cutting machine. They are also Tim Holtz Alterations brand and that sort of thing. So we've got all the crazy birds and the silly things that they have to go with them. Again, the beauty of having the dies is I don't have to worry about fussy cutting, especially all these little things. There's a die for that. Even the little flower, not going to have to cut it. That's easy. I like easy. Of course, there's a set here for the cats and dogs too, so that's going to take care of it. If you haven't seen the cats and dogs release, of course they've got their own little accessories, the balls and bones and yarn and fish bone and that sort of thing. Lots and lots of fun stuff to use on the calendar. I also pulled out my full-size accessories for the original Crazy Birds because I thought some of these bigger pieces might be fun to decorate on the calendar with. And of course they have their own set of dies that go with them, so we don't have to do any cutting. I don't mind fussy cutting, but sometimes I don't have the patience for it. And then last but by no means least, there's the Crazy Talk set, the sentiment set that came out with the original Crazy Birds. And for example, in February, maybe the Happy Valentine's Day would be perfect, or the red, white, and blue sentiment for 4th of July, something like that. So there's lots and lots of choices of things to use for decorations and all sorts of other things. Now with that done, I needed to pick out paper to use. My original thought with this clipboard is it's pretty neutral. So I'm going to go with a very bright paper, a patterned paper background, and put something white or ivory over top and design on that. But I realized that was too busy in and of itself. So what I settled on was just a simple black and ivory combination. And here you can see I've done two sample layouts using the two different calendars that I have available. Of course, when you choose to use a clipboard, you don't have the entire space to use. So you have to leave something that can go in your clip here. You need to leave a little bit at the bottom and the edges to make sure it doesn't go over and get bent and that sort of thing. But it looks pretty good. I have consistency. If the pages get separated, I can see easily, oh yeah, that goes with that black and white clipboard. I know where it goes. So those were my two choices. A couple of other things I thought about this year versus other years. I've always done a calendar and sort of pasted it in. I thought it might be nice to have something removable. So for example, this one I set up so that I can pop it in and out. Somebody could actually use the calendar multiple years. What I used is just clear photo corners. You can find photo corners available in lots of different places that sell paper crafting supplies. They have clear, they have black. White ones could easily be colored to match any color combination. I may end up using those because I'm not sure that I'm using the black behind this. I know I'm using the black and ivory combination here. Not sure exactly what's going here. This one I tried to do the same, but the problem is because the calendar itself is so big, it's really hard to add in a decoration. You can see how big, this is one of the larger dogs, but you can see how large he is in connection to the calendar, so it's going to be harder to make this a calendar where I can switch out pretty easily. So for that reason, I'll probably build on this design and see what happens from there. But again, I've got choices of lots of things to put on the faces and everything else. For design purposes, nothing has to be perfect. Give yourself some pieces, play with the pieces, see how they fit, see what you like, see what you don't like about the calendar, and move forward. There's lots and lots of choices out there. Now I know you want to see a finished calendar, but you're going to have to wait a little bit longer. Within a month, I'll promise that I will post my finished calendar on my personal blog. It's Mama Said Share at WordPress.com. But in the meantime, if you'll look at the blog post that I placed today on Cut at Home, you can see my past 2 years' calendars. Both of them, similar process was used to design them. The first one featured graphic 45 papers. That's when the Time to Flourish collection was out. That was a beautiful calendar collection. And then the second one featured lots of little pieces from Tailored Expressions. So you can see the differences in those. I could show you here, but then you wouldn't go back and look at my blog, so I'm going to force you to go back and look at the blog post. In any event, start thinking about your own holiday projects. Maybe get a head start on it. Maybe do a calendar along with me. I'd love to see yours. If you get one done, please post it either on the Cut at Home site or on my personal site. Thanks for watching.